Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiki LaFleur and I'm jumping right into it. I'm starting with my Grown Alchemist. I've enjoyed using this. It has such a velvety finish and I love the way it goes on and just mattifies my wonderful, oily combination skin. I'm using my Bare Mineral stipple brush. I like to use this to apply it. I feel like I get all of the product because these stipple brush do not pull as much product as more of a dense brush would, but also just blending it out. I love using this brush. It just has an airbrush finish and it's perfect. It's perfect. Next is my Clinique Even Better foundation that I love using in the summertime because I'm just so warm and I feel like this color itself is perfect for my undertones, but I'm going in and really making sure that I have a nice, if not full coverage, medium for the most part. And I love bringing it down to my neck as well because everything needs to match, you guys, for real, for real. Next, I'm going in with my Anastasia's cream color palette. I've been loving this, you guys. Like, I'm now starting to hit pan and it saddens me because it's like I'm gonna have to buy another one or find another product, but this is my go-to when it comes to contouring. I will say this though, like it does have a nice, how do I say it, full coverage finish. So in the summertime, I would lay off of it or just be way more light-handed compared to in the wintertime, you can go crazy. But right now I'm mixing these two colors as far as my contour, especially for my nose because I like having the definition, but not too much. I really don't want people to see the contour itself. I just want them to see the snatched nose, that's it. But I definitely have a contour technique that I kind of been following step by step for most of my sessions when it comes to applying my makeup, and I don't really change it up too much, but it really is all about blending and having a 3D effect, which is why I'm going in with the lighter brown color and I'm putting that in certain places of the face because I do not like my face to look flat, and I'm using this color particularly because it's more of my mid shade to blend the highlight and the little light together, if that makes sense. I'm using my Fibre concealer, which I am loving because when I tell you this stuff does not crease, it does not crease. Oh my goodness. Like if you find you're getting any of the fine lines underneath your eye, use Fibre, you won't regret it, and a little goes a long way, trust me. I'm also using the between the highest color and the second one to it to really just kind of like add certain highlights on my face. I didn't want it to be too crazy. I was trying, and I am trying to be light-handed, but that doesn't always work the way I want it to. So it is what it is. But I definitely wanted the center of my face to be way more bright and just youthful with this look particularly. I will say this though, like sculpting the face and actually finding the high and low areas that you want has really made me feel like I am painting a canvas. And the better I get at it, it's easier to kind of pinpoint what my features look like the best and where certain highlights should go and shouldn't go. I have fiddled with this, but I think I'm coming into a technique that's really gonna work for me, and I feel like it'll work for you guys as well, and I will share it in a few videos soon. But in the meantime, I am going to blend all this out. I like using that spray because it just gives my skin a nice dewy finish, which also helps to blend out the cream color, which can be a bit heavy and dense. So to add a little dewy setting spray really does help with the blending, trust me. So if you feel like you're having a hard time with your blending, get the Beauty Blender Redo spray. I promise you, like, it's gonna change the game for you. And I'm also showing you that I'm using the pointy side of that sponge because I really you know, I work really hard for my nose contour, but it's such a delicate area in my mind that I like to really make sure that I'm blending subtly. Like, it may look like I'm blending a lot. I'm not. Trust me. I'm just kind of like trying to remove all the harsh lines, if anything. So next I'm going in and I'm blending up and out. I like the darkest to be in my hairline, which is why I put the lightest brown in the front. And I'm blending up and out when it comes to my contour, as well as making sure I'm sticking to the same sponge. Like, I know in this video I didn't change the colors because I kind of know which one I'm using, but I usually switch up the sponge so I don't get confused, and I keep the highlight with the highlight and the dark with the dark, you know, so it does help tremendously when it comes to blending. And again, I will let you guys know in more detail what my technique is step by step, and like the thought process in future videos. But in the meantime, look at this blend. That was really, really cute. I love this cream blush. I was looking for one that had a lot of colors, and I found this on Amazon. This is like, right now I'm trying to see, I like to do this, I like to put it near my face and like, what color is calling me right now? And that pink was calling me, okay? But I love this palette. Look at all the colors it had. Like, it just makes my day. And I love cream. I'm so happy I love cream. I'm so in love with it. I'm heavy-handed, okay? Because it's been years and years of trying to figure out how can I use cream blush, because I loved it so much. But when you have acne and you have overproducing oils from your skin, it was so hard to wear cream blushes. So I would buy them in hopes of the future of one day being able to wear it properly, correctly, without it just looking terrible in the end. And now I can. So I'm heavy-handed and I'm just enjoying the process, because it just makes your blush last so much freaking longer, and it gives you that inner glow. Look at it. Like, it just looks like my friggin the blood from my face is just popping out. Like, I just love it. I love it. So I'm really happy that I'm finally able to wear cream blushes, because I have no behavior. I'm putting all over my face. So next I'm going in with my Anastasia's dual spoolie and angle brush, and I love these friggin' brow pencils that I bought on Amazon. I bought 3 different shades: dark, medium, and light. And what I mean as far as brown to black, okay? And I love having my brows look 3-dimensional. I never use only one single color, never. Not in a very long time, I should say. So this is the lightest color, and what I'm doing is just pretty much shaping my brow. That's why I use the lightest color, because you can mess up, you can make mistakes, it is okay. But if you go in, this is the medium one, by the way, but if I was to go in with the straight up darkest one, it's like so much harder. And I am so into working smarter, not harder. So I start with the lightest brown and I shape it. Next I'm going in with the medium color and I start to define it even more. Really get the shape down and the depth that I wanted. Making sure though to not put so much of the product in the beginning of the brow. I like the ombre effect as well. So there's depth on different levels. And I use a spoolie and the angle brush to kind of blend those shades in, because I don't really go heavy. I put the color particularly where it's needed. I don't just put it all over. So there's definitely a method to my process. If you guys want a full detail, this is black, by the way, okay? If you guys want a full detail, leave a comment down below and I will show you. But what I do with the black, so here's the thing. From the first brown, the medium, into this, the nub, the pointer is different. So the first one was a nub as far as like the sharpness of the pencil. The black is the sharpest, okay? And I keep it the sharpest because I use this particularly to draw hairs. This is why I got black. Like, I know, like if you was just to take the whole black and just like fill in your brows, that's just too dark. And I personally am all about looking as glammed and beautiful and so on and so forth, but real too. Like I want to look like me. I want to look real. I don't want to look fake. I don't want it to look cakey. Like I am so mastering the process of having my makeup go on to the point where you see me, you don't see my makeup. Keep it simple like that. So now I'm going in with the 𝗬𝗎𝗂𝗍 collection. I have like mixed feelings with this only because it one, it lasts. My freaking shadows last. But two, it's like if I put too much, okay, I gotta learn to have a light hand, because if I put too much, you're gonna see like a little white cast as you're blending. So my issue is not really them, it's me. Okay, I need to just, it works so well that I'm like, I want it to cover, but sometimes I have a freaking heavy hand. So the other thing is, I'm loving cream, like in general. You know, I truly find that so what you just saw in those pots was my NYX pencils that I melted and put them in there. I don't know, I was going through a phase where I was just doing that. But going back to creams and really helping to create looks and using the eyeshadow powders to add more depth and even set these looks, which is also why I go a little bit heavy-handed with the 𝗬𝗎𝗂𝗍 collection eyeshadow primer. So here, these are the jumbo NYX pencils that I melted into those pots. And I go heavy with the primer because they're cream and they will crease instantly. So now I'm taking this rose pencil and I'm just smudging this onto the lower and top lash line. I'm really making sure I'm staying close to the lash line as much as possible. I really want this eye area to have more of a blush of color, if that makes sense. So I'm going in with this Real Technique smudger brush and I'm blending that pretty much up and out as much as it will go, not too further into the lid itself. I'm just really wanting to add a bit of depth without it being too harsh. So the smudger brush is perfect for these small and dainty areas. Next, I'm going in with my Assist palette by NARS, and I found a color pretty similar. This has a bit more of red to it, but that's okay because I'm using the smallest amount, you guys. The smallest amount that I can get on that brush, and I'm just pretty much blending it up and out. Now I'm going in with more of a neutral brown. This has a bit more depth to it. Okay, so it might look light in a pen, but it adds a little bit of depth, and I didn't want to make the lid area too dark. I really just wanted a nice shadow, and that's exactly what that shade is going to do for me. And I love blending it out and winging it slightly because of my almond shaped eyes. I like things to enhance. I don't know, like making it rounded just didn't work for me, or it doesn't work. Maybe I haven't found the right color combination and so on and so forth, but that's what I do. I always wing everything up and out for the most part. Now I'm going in with the lightest nude shade in that palette, and I'm putting this on the brow bone as well as in the crease slightly, just to kind of blend these areas together. This is more of my blending shade, and I just wanted to add a little bit of highlight in the brow bone area without it being too light, too overwhelming, and just pretty much take away from the look, okay? As well as just going slightly on the inner corners of the brow, just kind of making all of it mesh together. I'm also taking that color on the lower lash line because there's always balance with me, you guys. Like if I do it on the top, most likely I have to do it on the bottom, and it really is just about figuring out which shade to put on the bottom, but it's always about balance. I'm going in with the first shimmer in this palette. The other one is more of a creamy one, the first one in the palette, but this one has a little bit more depth, and it really is more of a sheen instead of a shine, if that makes sense, like a glimmer. And I love putting this on the inner corners of the eye because it just brightens the eye without being too much in your face. Next, I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Aqua Eye Brown Pencil, and I'm putting this on the lower and upper waterline just to add a bit more depth. It's brown because I didn't want it to be too harsh. Now I'm going in with, oh my goodness, 𝗙𝗪𝗏, sorry, setting powder, and this underneath my freaking eyes is the best. Next is my Kashuk setting powder that I love using as my freaking mid shade, but right now I'm using it slightly for my highlight because it's light enough to go in my highlight without dimming it too much. I don't always do that. Now I'm going in with Warmth from Bare Minerals, and I love using this for my contour in the midsection because it has a bit more of a red undertone, and I love using this to blend the highlight and the low light together. It just, again, seamless. My face has to look seamless, you guys. Like, I don't want people to know where my makeup ends or begins. And it's more steps, yes. But is it worth it? Yes, absolutely. It's worth it for me. I just, you know, need to make sure I have the time. Like, don't rush me. I hate that. I'm going in with Kashuk, and I'm bothered to buy this freaking wig and the way it came out. I tried something when it comes to putting this damn wig on, and I didn't like it. So it looks freaking greenish up there by the lace. And anyway, I'm just doing my best to, I think that's why I went in with this Fenty Caramel Cutie, because normally I take it on my contour on my nose. That is it. I don't use it for anything else. But when I use it for the rest of my face, like you just seen, something is wrong and I'm trying to fix it, okay? So that's why I use it on my face. But otherwise, this is the perfect thing for my nose. It never goes on too orange. It's just the perfect shade. And I also love using Bare Minerals. This is a cream highlight, and it just goes on so satinly smooth, and it just gives me a glimmer. Like, I just love looking like I'm glowing without it being too much in your face. There are days where I want to be in your face, but not, you know, sometimes when you're just running errands or you going out for brunch, you don't need to be shiny like your disco ball. That's for a club. That's for a night out. That's for glam, okay? But in a day, I really just kind of want to look more youthful, and I tend to go for that Bare Minerals cream because it does what I need to do. So I hope you guys have been paying attention to my freaking lash technique, because when I tell you, and thank you Pixie Woo, because Samantha, they taught me this. I have curl C lashes, okay? So putting on lashes the regular way, especially a strip, will piss me off. I would never get it right. It would be a freaking hassle. But learning from them, oh my goodness. First thing I do is look down, because that's what they taught you, to look down. But I added a twist. They normally put the glue on the strip of the lashes. I put the glue on my lid itself, put my mascara, and then I will put on the lashes. When I tell you 1, 2, 3, boom, I am done. I am done, okay? I literally can put my freaking lashes on in 60 seconds, period, okay? So now I'm going in with NARS Orgasm Blush, which I love using this to set any of my bright pinks, my bubblegum pinks. I feel like that color just complements any of that lighter shades that I use when it comes to my cream blushes. I'm going in with my lips, and I love this brown pencil that I got from the beauty supply store. Like, don't sleep at the beauty supply store. Like, they got makeup. I mean, I wouldn't recommend everything because I don't use, but when it comes to lip products, I really haven't found one that steered me wrong. It's like, these are the only makeup that I get from the beauty supply store, which is a brow pencil or lip pencil. Sorry, I ain't getting nothing else. I actually love this lip pencil. It came with a combination set of lip glosses. But when I tell you, it makes me feel like, oh, this isn't a set, but it came with like a set of 10 each. And I tell you, like, these lipsticks just make me feel like my lips are glowing. And I am adoring them because it just doesn't look, it blends into your lips, meaning it just looks like, again, it just looks like your lips are glowing from within, and that's what those things do. And I love I just put on Juvia's lipstick, and because that lip color feels like my skin is, feel like I'm glowing from within, I like to add it on the top or even underneath, because it just warms. That's what it does. Like, you can see it. It just warms up whatever you apply it to. Next, I'm going in with my Fenty Trophy Wife highlight that I freaking love, okay? I got this as a gift and I love it because the person that got it for me, it just meant a lot. Like, you chose Trophy Wife? Like, I know you see it. And it was a woman too, so it was like, oh, girl, I know you see it. I know you see it. You see me for who I am and am to be. But yeah, here is a finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed my chatter and just explanations, but it's so subtle, it's so pretty, it's so daytime ready, and I'm doing a little bit more daytime looks because I'm going out a lot and I want to look natural. So I hope you guys like. Thumbs up. Bye.